Hello everybody, I'm SJM and welcome to Q-Tech, the latest pack put out by Daqvist or Daqvist, the maker of my personal favorite mod pack ever, Age of Engineering. Happened to also be the first mod pack that I ever played as well, so pretty happy that he did manage to get another pack together here lately, along the same lines of Age of Engineering and his other pack, which was Exoria. I played Exoria, but didn't enjoy it not nearly as much as Age of Engineering, obviously, and didn't get quite too far into it, but it was a fine pack nevertheless. But here we are with his newest one. Again, totally tech-based, no magic mods in there, progression-based as well, so there's some gating, which is hid behind. It'll be along the same lines, I guess we're going to have to do some automation there. So prior to getting going, it's a pretty lightweight mod pack, so with only 80-some mods loaded in, I added in Optifine, of course, because I added in shaders, so I'm using the BSL shaders, and that is because I wanted to use the PBR mod pack from Faithful. So I loaded in Faithful 32 as a resource pack. It doesn't work on all of the modded items in there, so there will be some things that kind of look maybe a little bit out of place, but I think the PBR looks pretty nice as well, so I kind of added that in. So it used to load up really quickly, but with the shaders added in and the resource packs and everything, it does take a little bit longer now. So as you see there, I did play a test world for, I don't know, 4 hours or 5 hours, so we'll start up a new world here. Obviously we'll be turning cheats on just because it is modded, and this just helps us get over some, or get us out of if anything strange does happen to happen. So without any further ado, let's create the new world. So this mod pack doesn't have its own quest book per se, but Daqvist incorporated the achievements into it, so that's where we're going to be following along to get through the pack itself. And so you access the achievements by pressing L, and once we get into the game here, I'll just show you quickly. So the tab with the cogwheel is the Q-Tech tab, and it'll tell you what we need to do. So we're looking to make a campfire first, and then the next stages have us making a project table, a strainer, and a smoker. And then this is blue power in the pack. This is pretty advanced stuff, so we won't be getting there for quite a while, so we'll just be following along this tab to get through the early parts of the pack for now. So we'll just start off by doing standard main Minecraft type things. Thought I could change some stuff with the one probe there, but I'm just going to ignore that and we'll just get into it here. So just starting off with general Minecraft stuff. Punch wood, get some tools going. So we'll make a wooden pickaxe and get some stone right away and get a set of stone tools going ASAP. Look for some sheep so that we can have a bed so that we don't have to worry about the nighttime. And I've started off on an island. Okay, so no sheep. We won't be skipping the first night, that's for sure. And I don't think that there's even much need to be trying to chop down any more trees at this point. We'll just get our move on as quick as possible here. really need to punch that, but I will anyways. Alright, and off into the wild blue yonder we go. I guess I don't need to keep you guys here while I go out and search for some mainland, so I'll probably throw this on a pause until we find some place to get up onto the land and get moving. This is my first time in the ocean here, so what have we... Oh, those are just dolphins and stuff, so... There's a temple. Might as well mark that on the map. So we've got Zero's mini-map here. So we can just mark that on the mini-map. I had to rebind, or just remap some of the key bindings to stop some of the conflicts so that you guys are aware of that. And yeah, now we'll throw it on a pause and we'll come back in a little bit. Alright, well I made it to a small landmass, but it does have a temple on it, so bringing you guys back here for that adventure. I did find a couple of sheep on the small island just before this made the bigger landmass here. So I do have 2 wool so far, so we're starting on our way anyways. And what did I do there? There we go. I did get my stone tools up and going. Oh. Silly me for not looking around and got my heart stopped there for half a second. This is the standard way I go down a temple. I know it's not the most efficient by any stretch of the imagination, but feather falling. String is big, so we'll see that when we get into it later. Riptide, I don't care. Diamonds! Okay. And why not grab all of that? And then just up and out. So that was our adventure down there. Where'd my boat go? See, sun's almost down, so we're gonna have to try and see if I can't spot some sheep from the boat here. In that savanna, but yeah, not seeing anything there right away. Cows. Pop up onto this plains and see what's going on. There we go. Got a couple of seconds before nightfall hits, so just take another quick look around. Grab a little bit more mutton for when we do get up and going. All right, so couple of things that Daqvist did in this pack is that some things you can't cook in a normal furnace anymore, so you're going to need their specialist things. Like, so I can't cook meat in the smoker, or I can't cook meat in the furnace, so I'll need a smoker. Can't cook ores in the furnace, so we'll need the blast furnace. And I'm sure that those are just the first things that I've come across so far in the test world there. So just a couple of things to look out for. And of interest is that we can cook things on the campfire that it tells us to make at the very start, so we don't have to really rush to get that smoker to get some food going. But it would be nice also to come across a village and grab some food out of those, which will typically have some free food for us. So that's kind of what I'm going to look out for there. You saw me grab some flax. That's going to be your, I guess, your main source of string if you don't get lucky with finding string inside a temple or inside loot chests around like I did. And then the next place you can also get some string from is from this sinew. So if you cook the sinew into dried sinew, that'll give you 3 sinew fibers, which is another string replacement. And we're gonna need the string early because we need to get that strainer up and going, and that'll take a bunch of string to get it producing the resources that we're looking for. And I will also grab some cows here as well because I want some leather. I'm not planning on settling down anytime soon, so I'm okay with just killing things as I go there and make sure I get some resources up and going, although it would be nice to have a bite to eat so that I could run again, but for that, I'm going to have to find some gravel before I can even make a campfire, because we need a piece of flint. Let's take a look from the top of this hill here. What do we got? Another big plains. So I'll just show you there. This is where we started. That was the temple. I went past one island. I think I saw a sheep on there, but it was pretty high cliffs, so I didn't go up it. And then this is where I stopped and then brought you guys in halfway across here to the temple that was out here, I think. And we've just been kind of making our way. Oh, we got a village right there. So another handy thing to be doing is, or reason to be looking at Zero's map a little bit often, is you can see things on the other sides of hills that you wouldn't normally be able to. I think I'm going to go in and turn off what am I looking for? Accessibility. Auto jump off. Where's that town? Oh, it's this way a bit. So I see doors, so it's obviously not a zombie village, so that's good news. And hopefully we can find some bread or something that we don't actually have to cook. There we go. All right, seeds. Don't need any of this stuff. That can go. That can go. Flax seeds we need, and I'll take potatoes. Feathers we'll get later. Let's see if we've got any more useful things to grab out of here before we move along. Might be a brewing stand in the church, but I'm not too worried about that just yet. Red emeralds, saddle. Is there a recipe for it? No. There we go, lots of bread. Just take all of the hay bales. And then we'll make our way on out of here after that. Oh yeah, there's that brewing stand. I've got a spot for it, so we'll take it. So if the brewing stands are in there, what are in the churches nowadays? Another brewing stand. Oh, there we go. Which direction do we want to go? Oh, there's another village straight ahead, so we may as well. Maybe they'll have some farms over there where we can grab some carrots. Not that we really need the diversity of foods. I've got the potatoes, which are the more important ones to have anyways, but might be nice to have carrots if we want to do anything with pigs. Because I think the pigs are the main places that I was getting the sinew from before. I'm going to leave the apples for now. I've got lots of food. Maybe there's a blacksmith that'll give us some armor or a weapon. Wheat. There's a carrot. Is it even worth grabbing a carrot right now? I don't think so. Ah, blast furnace. I will take that. And this will give us, and this is as far as I had made it in my whole other playthrough. Again, I found a blast furnace in a village, which is super handy because getting the blast furnace requires you to have 5 iron ingots. And the only way to get iron, because you can't smelt items in the regular furnace, you have to have a blast furnace to smelt the iron ore that you find. So finding one in the village is actually really huge. So definitely something that you're going to want to do in the early part of the game is to go out and get the exploration, not just settle down right away. and get lucky and find yourself a blast furnace in a village. And tons of emeralds, diamonds from temples. It's kind of too bad that I only found the 2 diamonds, because I need 3 for getting progression. So the next step of progression is an alloy furnace, and the alloy furnace required us to have diamonds. So nothing but desert up this way, but do I want to come back there, or do I want to go forward through the desert over this way? Let's just go across the desert again. Desert sometimes can be a good place to build because then you don't get the rain, if that's something that bothers you or kills your frame rate. But I prefer being in a little bit greener biome as well, so probably continue past this savanna. And then sometime during the next day I'll find a place to settle down. But we'll throw it on a pause here. If I come across anything else interesting, we'll bring you guys back. Pillager Tower, gonna steer clear around that guy for now. Alright, we're back. So I found a place to start a base. I'll just go over quickly there what we did. So I think I left you guys back here somewhere, just after that second village. And I came across here, this savanna, another plains. I found some badlands here, and this was a big basalt structure. I think it's a volcano, maybe. Not too quite sure, but then we found lots of bad... I always forget the name of this biome there, but definitely has lots of mine shafts, and I just kind of skirted past one there. Then I popped in and quickly showed you that pillager tower that I saw off in the distance there, so I just marked it so I knew where it was. Then I walked all the way over here, found a dark forest, a tiny dark forest, so yeah, no chance for a mansion there, but we've got lots of dark oak if I want to use that to build. Then came back this way, and then about halfway across here I saw my first mountains. I really like being close, at least close to mountains for a first base, because especially in modded you can find a lot of the beginner resources just kind of up on the surface kicking around, and you don't have to go digging too much for it. And then yeah, when I was up there I kind of was up here looking around, and I hummed and hawed about starting on this patch of land here which had most coverage by water, but then I decided to go just for the straight island area here, a little bit of protection from monsters wandering in and whatnot. So that was the main reasoning for choosing the island. And then I popped down into the cave there, got all that lit up so that I don't... Well, there was one skeleton in there that kind of gave me a quick shot, but then, you know, took care of him pretty quickly. And then this ended up being pretty short, which is great, except that, or well, not except that, but with the bonus that if we look on Zero's minimap here, we won't see it in there, but on here, the minimap, we can see there's lots of other caves that are relatively attached, and we can hear a witch cackling around down there somewhere, but, you know, won't take much at all to find connecting cave systems if that's what I want to do, or if I just want to dig kind of, you know, quote unquote straight down and head straight for the lower Y levels to get going on the diamonds, because we're going to need some of those really quickly in the pack here. So I did not mean to put down a tree stump. So we'll just finish lighting up this guy, and then we'll take a quick look at the advancements here. that I will be doing. I'll just do these off camera because the first few are pretty simple. So the campfire, we just need a piece of flint to get a campfire going. You can just obviously type all these into JEI. The project table, the strainer, and the strainer mesh is the thing that we need the seeds or the string for. And then the smoker so that I can cook food, but we can also cook food on the campfire as well. It's just it doesn't take any it doesn't take any fuel, but it takes a little bit longer. So kind of plus and minuses to using the campfire for food there. And then, like I mentioned before, getting towards the alloy furnace we'll do in the next episode because that'll require getting diamonds. So I'll be going down and finding more diamonds because I'll just show you in here. So the alloy furnace from Blue Power, there we do need to get a bunch of clay, but we'll get that out of the strainer. And then the copper coil. Copper coil needs a bunch of iron, so we're going to have to get a bunch of iron. And then this fine copper wire, which obviously takes copper, but also a diamond draw plate. And the draw plate, this is where we need our diamonds. So if we look in the advancements tab, it does say here the draw plate to craft copper wire doesn't get used up, so we don't have to worry about making multiple draw plates. We just need the one to make the 4 copper wires to get there. Then after that, we're headed towards mechanism and getting a metallurgic infuser. And that one starts to get a little bit more involved. But it's not too bad overall either. We'll just have to get some of this stuff from down below, you know, redstone and iron, and then we just put that in the alloy smelter from Silence, and then we'll have that stuff. Copper or bronze, which is just tin and copper. Another copper coil, which we know. Blast furnace, which is 5 iron ingots on some smooth stone. And then the last one is the purple alloy, which is just a blue alloy ingot, which isn't too bad in itself. We just need some tessellite, which we find down below, and some silver. So definitely get some mining done and get all those basic resources put together so that we can shoot through some of those advancements for the next episode. And I appreciate you all for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.